check out this motherfucking TTK list one time, bro. I bet. So I did some things a little bit differently from the previous times I introduced this TTK list to y'all and shit like that. But basically this is based off of all my own raw data, like input, doing my own testing and shit like that, trying to determine the actual in-game stats of these weapons. Because if you just try to go by like just what you can see in game, like a lot of times the it's just misleading information and shit as far as like the damage profiles or the fire rate and you know what I'm saying, like all type of stuff like that. Like pretty much the only thing that be accurate is like the range. You can tell that's 35 meters, right? But like fire rate 57, like we don't know what that actually means. Of course it's not 57 rounds per minute, because that's not even logical. You know what I'm saying? Like we know these guns really have more like a 500 to 1,000 round per minute type of fire rate, like on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's real life or any other video game, something like Call of Duty, which is something like this video game resembles. Like, and so the method how I went about it at first, I thought, well, 57, if it's 57 fire rate, well then like on the average a gun like a M4 probably have like if you look it up, probably say something like, let's look it up real quick. What's the average fire rate of a M4? Hold on. Probably don't even gotta say average, but let's just say what's the average, if I know how to spell, fire rate of the M4, because it's basically the same thing. M4, M4A1, it's the same shit. What's the average fire rate? Let's see what they talking about. The M4 Carbon has a cyclic fire rate, the mechanical maximum in full auto, of approximately 700 to 900 rounds per minute. Alright, okay, so that's like on a average type shit. Like it's what this type of gun, like in Call of Duty or maybe any other type of game and shit, like it would normally have a fire rate of about 700 to 900 rounds per minute. But on this Blood Strike shit, like all they say is 57, bro. What is 57, bro? Like 57 what? Not 57 rounds per minute? Like no. Alright, so it'd probably be more logical to think like, okay, it's probably something more like 570 rounds per minute. Like you could just put a 0 at the end and then they make it 570. Right? That would seem a little bit more probable type shit, or reasonable on some shit. But then again, like even doing it that way, it's still like kind of trying to like just go based off of what information that we get in game, and it's not really I don't think it's really accurate on some shit. It's kind of misleading or whatever, and it's not really giving us intrinsic details and shit. And so I basically took it upon myself to just like, this is the method that I went about calculating the TTK for these weapons. So we got 250 max health points. That's the max health in this in Blood Strike. It's 250 points. That's just all together whenever you get your shield, because I'm taking battle royal into consideration, because that's the game mode that's mostly played is battle royal. And then when you get legendary shield, your max health is 250, because the legendary shield is an additional 125 health points, right? So you get 250 max health. And the way I went about calculating it is I did 50% limb shot and 50% chest shot. Limb shot, which would be arms and legs, which would deal with the lowest damage profile. As you can see on this P90, is 18 to the arms and legs. And then, but it has a few different damage profiles, because it got like abdominal, and then like lower chest, upper chest, and then head, right? But on the in game, like on the stats, if you look, the damage that they show us, that they give us, is normally the damage profile of the upper chest area, upper chest and neck area. And so they always display that damage profile, not headshot damage or limb damage. It's always the upper chest damage, which is the basically the base damage of the weapon, dealing 21 to the chest area, upper chest. So take 50% limb and 50% chest, and that would equate to the average TTK. What's the average time to kill? Because if you take into consideration of like how majority of players, like when I see people playing and shit, like I might end up like spectating somebody, or I might be watching a kill cam or some shit. Like normally, like a lot of people have trouble with aiming so well type shit, to the point where like you see they crosshair be aiming a little bit lower. They hit a lot of leg shots, you know what I'm saying? Like they be hitting a lot of stomach and chest or whatever. Like also when you take into consideration of like the pace, how fast paced the combat is, and the environment, and like how motherfuckers can do super dashes through the sky, and you know what I'm saying, flying away with swords and crazy goofy shit, got jetpacks and shit now, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be even harder to hit shots and try to track and stay on target and shit when motherfuckers is moving extremely fast and shit. Like if y'all be watching, I know if y'all watch my gameplay and y'all see me, like motherfuckers be moving fast as hell on my screen, bro. Like breaking my camera and all that shit sometimes, bro. Like, and so you feel me? That makes the TTK take even longer, and because majority of the time you end up hitting a lot of leg shots, arms and legs, or body shots, you know what I'm saying, which would be like base abdominal or like stomach and chest areas and shit, as opposed to headshots. It's a lower percentage of you hitting headshots. That's why a lot of times guns have a real decent headshot multiplier that would increase the TTK. You know what I'm saying, and you would feel a little bit more rewarded for having better aim and shit. You feel me? But it's not necessarily probable or like practical that you would hit a higher amount or higher percentage of headshots than you would compared to like body shots. So it's more practical, in my opinion, to calculate a TTK in this way. And of course, knowing that if the weapon has an additional headshot multiplier, you know what I'm saying, like then it would increase the TTK even more, and you can have even faster TTK. But if it already kills faster to the body, then that's the type of weapon that I would rather use, you know what I'm saying, like as opposed to any other ones if they kill slower doing those type of shots to the body and shit, right? And so that's how we calculate the TTK. And the lowest magazine capacity times the number of clips emptied in 60 seconds equals the average rounds per minute. Basically, meaning that like I took it upon myself to do my own sort of testing to try to figure out the actual fire rate or rounds per minute of the weapon, because I can't really necessarily go based off of the in-game information that we get, because pretty much inaccurate or misleading type of information and shit. And so 64, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't it's not really 640 rounds per minute. It's not really 64 rounds per minute. We don't know what these numbers really mean and shit. So I what I basically did was just put on the lowest magazine capacities. So like we take the P90 for example. If it got a base magazine capacity of 50 rounds, it doesn't come with an extended clip, or it doesn't come with any less ammo than 50 rounds. So you basically just see how many times, because what's the equation? We got the lowest magazine capacity, because on top of that, using the lowest magazine capacity, it comes with the default reload speed. You don't necessarily want to use, well, I didn't want to use any magazine that came with increased reload speed, like making the reload time slower and shit, or even increasing the reload speed. Like I just wanted to use the default magazine capacity, that gives the default reload speed, and that's how I tested the rounds per minute, basically by seeing how many clips I can empty in 60 seconds. And so I was able to get 600 rounds per minute on the P90. So what's that, like 50 rounds, and I think I was able to get like 12 clips empty, like 12 or 13 clips on some shit in 60 seconds. So like 60 times 12. No, it was 60 times. No, I'm tripping. It's a 50 round clip. So 50 times, and how many clips was it, like 12? Yeah, that's 600, bro. So I was able to dump 50 round clips. I was able to dump 12 magazines in 60 seconds. And so that basically equates to a 600 rounds per minute, basically. And I basically went and did that for pretty much all the SMGs and the assault rifles, because there's no point. I don't think there's no point in using LMGs, so I just left them out. There's no point in using LMGs at all. They worthless. And then of course we don't need to test snipers. They basically all one shot, and then pistols not really necessary, as well as shotguns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we know those all kill fast type shit. Especially in point blank type of scenarios and shit. And so for the most part, we just worried about the assault rifles and the some machine guns. So that's what I got. And I highlighted the best ones, the best guns to use, basically with the fastest time to kill. That's purple. With any other ones that would pretty much be viable options in my opinion and shit, they in orange. You feel me? So the P90 burst, I think, still has the no. The Bison with the RP rounds, the RP magazine, it has the fastest TTK at 1,072 milliseconds. But only out to like 11 meters type shit. But I mean, it's still decent for SMG and shit. And because they just meant for more up close and personal sort of combat scenarios and engagements and shit. Like, so you want to have more of an aggressive type of playstyle as far as want to get up close and personal, pushing and shit like that with SMGs. But this buys in with the BAS attachment. The 32 round RP drum increases the health point damage, and they just recently buffed it too, to where they removed the negative recoil control effect, because previously it used to reduce the recoil control, but now they removed the negative effect on recoil control, and they did some extra shit to the lightweight anti-slip grip, which gives it increased hipfire accuracy. But in my opinion though, like this gun, the Bison, it's not really good for hip firing and shit. Like I'll go a little bit more into detail on this type of shit once I cover the top 11 alpha weapon list. But just giving y'all like a update on this TTK chart. You feel me? So we got the Bison with the RP rounds, the fastest TTK, and then the QBZ 9.5 with the burst rounds would be the next fastest at 1077. You feel me? That's why that's my main. That's been my main for recently, for a while now. And then what else? And pretty much the P90 burst has the third fastest CTK, and it's faster than the regular P90, but it's just something about the way that the P90 with the 5-round burst feels. It just don't feel really good to use type shit. Really hard to control. Like even though it basically acts like it promotes all sort of buffs and shit, like cause all you see is just increases on everything, increases the damage and increases the fire rate, but it's not really increasing the fire rate. Actually, it's making the fire rate slower. Um, you feel me? Just a bunch of misleading information type shit to where it make you think this is actually good or viable to use, but like maybe just only in certain instances type shit. Like for the most part though, like the fully automatic would be better anyways. And then on top of that, like fully automatic weapons in general do better in close quarter combat scenarios by being able to apply more firepower and shit like that. Um, Making motherfucker, you feel me, maneuver and shit like, and then like sometimes with these burst guns, you just gotta be real accurate and shit. Like if the burst not really accurate and shit, then it's gonna make the TTK even slower and shit. Like, but that's why I'm making the exception with the QBZ, because at least with the QBZ, like it's actually accurate. Like it feels way better. You know what I'm saying? Like with the 3-round burst, because the P90 is not really an accurate gun anyways. Like as far as having good recoil control, and then so with the 5-round burst mag, it just makes it even kind of worse for real. Like it just does a lot of jerking and jumping and shit to where it makes it hard to control. It make it hard to hit those critical shots in order to have a real fast TTK. So it's like you might as well just use the full automatic round, the full automatic version and shit, bro. Which is still pretty decent at 1200 milliseconds. So it's still viable. That's what I'm saying. Like especially over the Vector, because I used to think that the Vector was actually had a faster TTK than the P90, but it was before I was calculating it the way I am now, because obviously it doesn't kill faster, like when we take into consideration of just like hitting all body shots, because it does the same damage to the head and it shoots, well, it says in game it says it shoots faster, but when I did my own testing, it actually doesn't shoot faster. Like the P90 actually shoots faster than the Vector, doing about 30 more rounds per minute type shit. Like that's what I was able to test. So it's like, yeah, the P90 is a little more viable over the Vector. Of course, the Thompson too. It's like no point in using that. The MP7 with the heavy trigger is viable as well, just right behind the P90, basically at 1250. It's not too bad. Of course, the IMP9 with the armor piercing magazine is viable as well at 1285. Like it's just different use cases for these type of guns, but the ones that I'm putting in the top 11 alpha weapon list is the best ones to use in general overall. And so URB, and like in some of these guns I was able to test, like they came out like to the exact same type of fire rate and TTK, like the URBs the exact same as the SCAR at 390 rounds per minute, 1231 milliseconds. You feel me? And like which kind of basically just like validated my thought process before, when I used to feel like, bro, a lot of these guns actually like kill the same around the same type of time on some shit. That's how it feels like when I'm playing and shit. Like kind of feel like a lot of these guns really got the same type of TTK for us. Like none of them really like killing any faster than the next one on some shit, or like none of them really have that much, like they don't really stand out that much. Like you feel me? You can have this gun over here that shoots hella fast and does real low damage, and then you got the next gun over here that shoots hella slow but it deals real high damage, but then they both got the same time to kill though. It's just like, you feel me? I don't know, bro. It's just awkward to me, bro, for real, bro. Alright, it's like it ain't no difference of using either or. It's just like it comes down to the personal preference of just like which gun you like better. And you feel me? Motherfucker just might like how the P90 like better versus the Vector or some shit. Like, you feel me? Don't necessarily mean that it kills faster though. Like, you feel me? But yeah, and I put the new SKS up in here, which is basically more like a fucking marksman or a sniper rifle. I don't know why they put it in the assault rifle category, but it shoots really slow, 160 rounds per minute, and with the bonfire stock on, it shoots. It just basically does like it just doubled it on some shit. Shoots 320 rounds per minute, but it actually kills slower than the regular one because it deals less damage and shit. Even though it's fully auto now, but um, it still kills slower than the regular one if it was to just use more controlled shots with the semi-auto type of build. Because you can see with the full auto it does 35 damage, but with it just semi it does 70. It shoots way slower, but like you control the shots, I guess it can have a pretty decent TTK. Barely, for real, in my opinion, but like, I mean, this is what the stats show. This is what my testing and calculations was able to come out to. So the SKS with the just the regular version without the bonfire stock actually has a pretty fast CTK at 1125 millisecond. Yo, Rooms, what's good, bro? Salute for tapping into the Dark Side gang. Says you late, man. Better late than never, fam. You good? We just going over the CTK chart because I'm about to do an update on this shit, and so I'm gonna drop it in the video side. And I plugged in the FAL and the VSS, like fuck it, because actually the VSS is actually really good, at least with the rapid fire mag. Doing 600, I was basically able to test this out to about the same as the P90 with 600 rounds per minute, 1200 millisecond time to kill. I think this gun is highly slept on for real, because without it, it's really slow. It's just regular. With the semi-auto, it's about 240 rounds per minute, 1500 millisecond. Like, it shoot really slow. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to use that type of shit. Like, you'd rather use it with the 40 round rapid fire mag, because they honestly buffed this too, like, but it was a little while ago, and I just think it just blew over motherfuckers' head type shit, because I ain't seen nobody using this motherfucker, bro. And it's actually gas though, like actually fucking pressure, bro. Like, it's actually fire. And then it's already suppressed and everything like that, and got real good damage range, and like it doesn't really drop off that much either after 30-40 meters or whatever the case may be. It got real good recoil control for the most part. So yeah, bro, I'm thinking this VSS is really good too. And I plugged the AR-97 in here with the regular version and the sniper mag. They tested out to be pretty much around the same rounds per minute, 300, 315, like not much of a big difference. And you can actually see that in game. You could tell in game too, especially with the damage increase and all that shit, and the range increase. It don't really make that much of a difference, but with the sniper mag, it does have a tad bit faster time to kill. And like I said before, like granted, some of these weapons that come with a decent headshot multiplier will obviously have a faster time to kill if you're able to get those if you're able to have real good recoil control and accuracy, and you'll be rewarded for having good aim type shit. But like normally for the majority, like these guns will kill really slow, like hitting just body shots, arms and legs and shit like that, chest 30 and all that type of shit. And that's the main reason why I tested it like that too, because a lot of times these guns don't really have that much of a high headshot multiplier to where it really makes that much of a difference in the TTK. Like if you get a headshot or two in there, like it really won't make that much of a difference in the time to kill a lot of times with a good amount of these weapons not really having that high of a headshot multiplier. So it's more practical to test it out this way, just doing 50% limb, 50% chest. You know, we average out to the we get the average TTK. And the ones highlighted in purple is the best, and the ones highlighted in orange is gonna be viable options. And so I can take a look at this, man, go over this, and let me know what y'all think down below in the comments and shit. You feel me? Reach out if y'all wanna try to work with me on this type of shit. You feel me? I'm open to ideas and all that type of shit. We can collaborate. We can put our minds together, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Because all we want to do is just aim to fucking grow and improve and shit, bro. We just trying to reach peak growth and development and shit, bro. And so we just strategizing and calculating and all that type of shit in order to have an advantage and a competitive edge and shit over the competition. You feel me? With that being said, I'm talking about, let's go check out this top 11 alpha weapon list now though.